Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 3, The Reunion Part 2. So before I get started, you guys, I'm a little off this morning. I know I've been off a lot lately. Man, I just found out that somebody I know has breast cancer, and, it just shook me. I think maybe more than I thought it would, but it's thrown my morning off. I'm not going to cry. But, I'm bummed. So anyway, I probably could have just took the day off, but you guys know me, the show must go on. But, Anyway, you guys, this damn reunion, I'm so glad the shit is over because they ran my pressure so high yesterday. I was just like, Shout out to the rock star who sent me an advanced copy of the show. I was able to see it uncensored, which added a whole different element to the reunion watching experience. The way them F-bombs just came off of everybody's lips so easily, it was interesting to see. But yeah, I don't remember being this upset about a Real Housewives reunion since, all that shit was going on with Phaedra and Kenya and Nene. They most definitely was trying to work our nerves last night. Anyway, you guys, let's get to the review, shall we? So it opened where it ended, which was with Giselle going to check on Karen. Okay, it's so ironic how you guys are the cause of the woman sitting up there crying, and yet and still I guess it would have looked bad had she not gone back there. But I'm just like, y'all obviously don't care. You the one that put her there. Giselle comes back out and she's all like, Karen is honestly one of the strongest people that I know. That's why we give her bullshit all the time and be so hard on her and be riding her so much because she's so strong. They get on my fucking nerves. Andy was trying to ask the girls, why didn't Karen just say, she's going through? First of all, why does Karen need to say it when everybody already knows it? Please give me a break. Don't go so hard on me because, both my parents are sick and my husband is having tax problems. When you guys already fucking know that, that should be common sense. All right, Candace and Monique Candace was like, that's when you meet a friend halfway. You try to be a friend to somebody and not make life so fucking difficult for them when they're going through it. Okay, and Monique was like, it's hard for her to open up to people when they're always going to be meeting her with, you don't believe what she's saying, or, you can't trust what she's saying. All right, Robin and Ashley still over there with I can't really rely on anything that Karen says because I just don't know what the truth is. Fuck your truth. Oh, just so annoying. Karen gets herself together and she comes on back out. She just tells everybody that she feels alone. She misses her parents, which is a normal feeling. As for Giselle and Karen's friendship, she says they're always going to try to work on it, try to fix it, okay? They are true friends from a long time ago. And since we're so hopeful that those two will figure out their friendship, does anybody else want to, make up now? Candace and... No. It don't take long for us to get back to the drama. Let's talk about Giselle and Sherman. Charisse joins them, and I must say that this is probably the best that I've felt that Charisse has looked for any of her reunion looks, okay? She almost reminded me of Stephanie Mills. I was like, now, have I always thought that she looked like Stephanie Mills? Did she look like Stephanie Mills to y'all? I thought her dress was nice. Red is my favorite color. So anyway, they got her jammed over there with the green-eyed monsters +1 on that little tiny couch. I was like, God damn, they couldn't get them a bigger, a sofa. We got to fuck with this love seat, huh? Okay, all right. We get to hear why Giselle is so mad this season at Monique. I'll give Giselle a pass on it. I feel like she does have reason to be mad. Okay, Monique was shady in what she did. She said that Monique had planned this, bringing the girl Kendall on the show prior to season 3 airing, and Monique was like, that is not true. And you can tell that Charisse has been in Giselle's ear and was telling her that, it was all on Monique. Let me tell you why I tried with Charisse this season. Y'all know we got a love-hate relationship, but once again, it got the end on the hate. I don't hate her, but you know what I'm talking about. The fact that she won't own up to her part in it. Now, Charisse tells us that she did try to get Kendall onto the show both the first season and the second season. Okay, Giselle says she didn't make it on the show because she was boring. Okay, and that might be the case. But come third season, somehow magically, Kendall is now on the show. Well, we know that Kendall is on the show because of her relationship with Sherman, okay, being the ex-wife. Now, you don't think you had anything to do with that, Sharice? Now, magically, she backed off this season. She didn't try to get her on the show this season, but Kendall was already floating around in the Bravo hallways, right? And then she knew that she had Monique, who was, you know, it's so funny. Like, you'll have friends. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been in this predicament. Some people are controllable even if you don't do anything. If you know your friends well enough, some things you can make them do without you even telling them to do it. Giselle is that way with Robin. And in this case, I think Sharice was that way with Monique. Okay, I don't even know if Monique knew exactly. I'm not even going to give her that break. I'm not going to give her that pass. Monique saw the opportunity and she picked up the ball and ran with it. So Sharice presented it and Monique finished it off. They can both keep denying where their part laid in it, but they both was being messy when they, you know, was trying to get back at Giselle. Because even Sharice was like, okay, yeah, we can fuck with Giselle and see how it goes. See, Sharice is really not loyal to anybody. I think we learned that now this season for real, because she switches loyalties like this. All right, now her and Monique, everybody was so upset about the fact that they're not good friends anymore. You know, that they, you know, used to be ace boon coons and all of that. And now the relationship is done. Okay, you could tell that Monique was upset about that. Sharice, it didn't look like it really affected her that much. Now, that might just be her defense mechanism. But to me, it was just like, she does this every season. She would flip on somebody up there and you thought that they was good friends. Yeah, I was just like, you gonna own this. Because I think she thinks that she can rewrite history and that we don't remember the fact that, you just said you tried to get the bitch on the show. So I'm just like, what is she talking about? The whole thing about them talking about the girl being ugly and all that, you know, that's the part that makes Giselle look the worst. Because even though you might be pretty on the outside, a bitch that'll keep on talking about somebody that's ugly, when obviously the girl is not. Okay? Kendall's not ugly. But when you keep on relying on that kind of thing, see, that's the kind of petty, I think I'm better than you, superiority thing that she has. And those are the things that turn me off from Giselle. All right. Anyway, Andy asked her, you know, what's going on with her and Sherman. You know, it looks like her and Sherman are trying to work it out. You know, Sherman just had to back out, you know, and the nigga got cold feet when he saw exactly how messy everybody could be. Maybe now that he knows, you know, he can, you know, regroup and he knows how to handle everybody now. But yeah, Sherman didn't know what he was getting himself into. So it looks like they're trying to work themselves out. She says she's taking it a day at a time. You know, Andy says that she's seeing other people. And, you know, at first she was just like, excuse me, like, you nosy as fuck. Well, he's Andy. Okay. But she does say, no, it's just her and him. You know, they trying to stay exclusive while they try to figure out their relationship. As far as, the park infidelities that Monique put out there. Remember, I told you guys that I thought that was fucked up because he's not on the show. He's not even a husband on the show. And I know that everybody always keeps up the whole, you know, it's your life, so that means that anything in your life is game. But Sherman wasn't even, he was on the show once. Like, it was just fucked up for them to do that. So when they asked Monique, did she feel bad about putting this shit out there? She said that that is the one thing that she regrets. I really honestly don't believe that Monique liked the way that she was presenting herself, because she probably knew that, one, she was being messy, two, that maybe she done got kind of coerced unknowingly by Sharice, and three, that she knew that's not how she normally rolls and it wasn't gonna look good to everybody else. So yeah, I'm sure she felt bad about that because everybody was all over her. That was fucked up. Okay, and that was not general knowledge. I guess it could have come out, but you don't need motherfuckers on the show that you on coming telling the business like that. But again, you know, people, we understand Monique and Giselle had a beef. I still don't think that it was worth all of that, but I guess, you know, you can't pick these fights. And if you mad, and you gonna do what you gonna do. Fine. But she says she regrets it. She would apologize if she saw him. And Giselle was like, oh no, he don't never want to talk to her. Like, he knows that she's a horrible person. And I was just like, do you really believe that, Giselle? Giselle is so pissed about the setback she and Sherman got that she don't see it for Monique at all, and she wants an apology. Well, Giselle, you never gonna get the apology because of the shit that you said. No matter how inconsequential you thought that it was, you not getting it. You not gonna get it. All right, so the best you gonna get for that apology is if she ever talked to Sherman. But if I was Monique, I would just leave it alone. You did what you did. You said what you said on the show. I'm sure he heard that, and just leave it alone, girl. Because bottom line still is that Charisse and Monique both was in this together. I feel like Giselle is giving Charisse a pass because one, she wants to be real mad at Monique, and two, she don't want to split that madness between Monique and Charisse. But I'm gonna need Giselle to have the same energy with Charisse that she has with Monique, because to me it was equal mess that the both of them were bringing. Okay, that's it. So as much as I try to like Charisse, you know what? We gonna have to go on and hit her with the... Now we get the husbands on there. And Chris has his smoking jacket on, a la, Hugh Hefner, Liberace a little bit, paisley print. Kind about this color. This ain't lavender. This is more like a... almost like a dark purple. I don't know. No, it ain't periwinkle. Anyway, Chris, who looks good. He's lost some weight, but he had been looking like he was losing weight even on the show. And then we got Uncle Jessup there. Uncle Jessup looked like he'd rather be getting his teeth pulled than sitting up there with them. And then all the way on the other side is Michael, and he is all the way on the end, not even sitting behind Ashley. I was like, they got him over there for a reason. I was just like, oh, it's fixing to go down. Of course, Juan didn't show because Juan was like, fuck all y'all ain't fixing to be dragging me through the coals like you normally do. Damn it, he got to coach a 4th grade basketball game, so he not there. And of course, Giselle ain't got no man. We start up with Chris's dick. So uncomfortable. Andy lives for this kind of thing. He's talking about, a viewer sent in the question, what color is his dick? He was smiling at him like, I said, nigga, you want to know what color the damn dick is. And the reason why I like Chris is because he can laugh at himself. He didn't get, uptight or anything. He was like, Giselle, you got your Hue card? Giselle was like, I think you might be a 9. As far as his relationship with Candace, was he upset about what Candace said? How kind of she dumbed it down just to be with him. And he was like, yeah, I don't really feel like she feels that way, And she said, yeah, she could have chose a better choice of words. And then they asked him if he did get in contact with the older kid, and still no, but they're hopeful that the show maybe will soften up the mama. We'll see. Maybe next season that'll be part of it. We move on to Chris and Monique. They talk about the miscarriage. Monique had already told us how hard it was. That's the train in the background. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. They talk about how difficult it was after Monique had her miscarriage and how social media just attacked her, on the strength of Ashley saying that she was an alcoholic. The shit was hurtful and it was hateful on Ashley's part. What the funny thing is, the men bring a little bit of civility and humanity to these shows, and usually the women, from all their cattiness and acting a fucking fool, they will kind of pull back when they see the men who usually are cool and try not to get so involved in the women's catty drama. They will. So I could tell when Chris was talking that they actually kind of felt bad about getting that shit going. As far as his wife's relationship with Charisse, he was just like, I just feel terrible. He said, I never thought this would happen. Out of all the girls, Charisse was my favorite. He was like, she and Monique had a good friendship, a solid friendship, and for all of this to just didn't happen, it's unfortunate. He was like, but basically he had Monique's back. He was like, once you go against Monique, that's it. It's a wrap for you. Monique looks so hurt about that thing, though. I don't know if it is a wrap for the two of them, because like I told you, Charisse blows with the wind, so Charisse can get over it and try to get it fixed. It's just going to depend on whether or not Monique is able to work out whatever issues that she has with Charisse. But honestly, I think Charisse is, like I said, fair weather friend. I don't know who on that show that she really remains loyal to. Nobody. Now, then we get to Uncle Jessup and Karen. I said, here we go. Even Uncle Jessup is laughing, and Andy was like, well, that's a good sign. And you know, Uncle Jessup, I gotta laugh to keep from crying. Poor Jessup, I hope he took his pills for Tuesday. Now, Jessup, do you feel bad for keeping Karen in the dark? I am from the old school. I don't have to tell my wife anything. It was the business, and I don't bring work home. He says basically he didn't need her involved at all. Okay, and like I told you guys all season, and like most normal grown people who have regular mature thinking minds would know, if anybody has ever been in tax problems, that I'm sure your accountant and your lawyer tell you not to discuss. But that didn't stop anybody from exploiting it, Uncle Jessup said. Y'all ran with it on the show. And Andy was like, well, your wife is on the show, you know, so okay, fine. But y'all knew about other things going on in their life too, and you ain't nobody talked about that. So yes, it was exploited. But I told you guys also last season that they was going to give her the blues this season, and y'all gonna listen to Amy one day. You know, they bring back the damn pizza situation again. Okay, Karen, what did you think about them dressing up and going there? Listen, if the girls are trying to do something nice for me, Andy, just give me a ring. You don't have to do all that. Everybody was like, you are aware that it's supposed to be a joke, right? They wasn't trying to do anything nice. And, you know, she was just like, no, I know that. I'm being facetious. Oh, no, Andy, I know that they are bitches. I know that. She's just trying to make light of the situation. Robin says, you know, for the record, that she never thought that she didn't live there. And she was hoping that Karen would just open the door and they could all laugh about it and settle the matter. Remember I was telling you that Giselle's able to make Robin do things without her telling her to do it? Why the fuck would you go do something like that if you already believed it was something else? See, going along with your friends. If your friend jump off a fucking building and there ain't no damn net down there, you gonna jump too? I'm telling you the truth. Think for your own fucking self instead of going along with the gang. Well, you know, we can laugh about it, but I don't think that anything that you guys did to me was meant for good. You were attacking me every step of the way, but it stops now. Honey, Karen ain't there to be everybody's punching bag no more. Well, she ain't really never been a punching bag. But they just went too far. We get on the subject of Matt some kind of way. Even though Ashley was the one that was saying how he's strange, I was just like, I told y'all. I'm telling y'all, y'all was all in my comments telling me, well, he's her assistant or manager, personal assistant, you know, on her management team or whatever he is. And you know, that something ain't right about that boy. And even when all the other girls started chiming in, sort of like, yeah, he is a little bit opportunistic. And that's all I was saying, y'all. I'm telling y'all that good eye will always spot it out. And you guys remember all the talk that surrounded that Matt character. Supposedly he was the one that was telling Ashley or telling Ashley's brother. He was mixed up in the gossip about Karen some kind of way. And this is when we get on the subject of whether or not Uncle Jessup and Karen live in the house. Andy asked them, do you live in the house? And Uncle Jessup says, absolutely. Well, Michael, what do you think about this? Okay, first of all, why are we asking Michael? Because who the fuck cares about what Michael feels? Michael goes in saying how he doesn't believe that they live there because it doesn't make sense for them to sell their house in Potomac and then for them to move to Great Falls and for them to rent. That doesn't make sense. Just like it doesn't make sense that he would have business problems. The fact that he has a business, you're supposed to pay people to help you. And I was sitting there, first of all, thinking like, this motherfucker got his goddamn nerves. It don't never have to make sense to you, boo-boo. People make whatever decisions that work for their life, keyword there, meaning mine, meaning having nothing to do with you. Just because maybe you would not handle your work and your personal life, which is a fucking mess right now too, even if you wouldn't run it that same way, you got your goddamn nerves to be sitting up here telling this man. And it was a horrible look because he's really the only white person up there, and for him to be going in on this black man, I mean, I hate to take it to the racial things, but it was hard to not look at it that way, okay? And I'm not never one to pull the racial card. You guys know me. I be trying not to be that one. But him going off on him like that, and for to just still being over there so determined to be the bigger person. I was like, no, I'm gonna need you to get gutter for a minute there. Okay, that Karen was mad. You guys are gonna have to tie me down to the seat if he keeps on talking. Jessup kept on telling her, no, Karen, don't go there. I was just like, no, go there, because if anybody deserves it, it is him. He just sat there and made Jessup look like he don't know what the fuck he's doing in his life. I was just like, now I see why they got him all the way on the other side of this stage, because I'm telling you, I wanted to see Michael get up and at least head that way, like he was going to, but he was too dignified. He was not going. I guess in retrospect, I'm glad he didn't go there. Don't bring it down to their fucking level. The way that Michael was going in on him, and Ashley sitting there like, well, he's a real estate developer, so the fuck what? I'm telling you, I cannot stand Ashley and Michael. I just do not like them. I would be perfectly fine if they weren't on the show. Next season, that is. But I know that that's not going to be what it is. She brings too much drama to the show. But fuck that old decrepit ass Michael. Andy asked Ashley, is she obsessed with Karen's life? And she says no, she's not, but she's determined to just get to the bottom of Karen. She wants to know Karen better. And Karen was like, Ashley, let me tell you something. We don't owe you anything. We do not have to tell you anything. I understand that you are a millennial, and that's when Michael was like, oh, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. What does that have to do with anything? Now you don't want us to look at her as the millennial that she is. She is 100% a millennial. Anyway, y'all, we get to the bottom of why Michael feels the way that he does, okay? He's salty about the picture, and Karen saying that it was a real picture. Okay, so that is the bottom reason why he is lashing out at Uncle Jessup and Karen so much. But what is Uncle, it was like still misdirected anger. I guess he felt like he couldn't be beaten up on Karen, so he went towards Uncle Jessup, who ain't did shit to fucking nobody on the show. And he starts coming with receipts. He got his passport, and this wasn't the time that he was there, and y'all can check all this. Oh, whatever, Michael. I don't even want to listen to him no more. We get on the subject of Mr. Blue Eyes. We ain't heard much about him this season. When Andy tries to bring him up at the reunion, Ashley says that she was sent a cease and desist from Karen, so she's not able to talk about him, but she goes on to talk about him on the fucking show anyway. He's the driver. Remember Ashley saying that Karen was, with him, and that they was hugged up at the bar, and he grabbed a good grip of her ass and all of this. She basically tells a full story about the driver, but Karen still was just like, it was not an idle threat, Ashley. If you keep on continuing to talk about him, I am going to sue your ass. I am going to sue it and take ours and give it to your mother. But they go into this whole argument about that. I'm just like, because Karen don't want it. Ashley was like, even the other girls' side, and the other girls was just like, well, he was around, but it didn't look like anything was going on. Basically, Ashley looked like she put 20 on 10. Okay, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't put that but in there. When Uncle Jessup said, yeah, I did think about it one time, and I did have my sources. Go and check the girl out, and she did pass it, so I'm good now. I was like, oh. Now, you done admitted that. Why did you have to go so far as to put a private investigator out on it? So now I'm thinking to myself, like, that is why Karen is so mad about Ashley, because she done stirred up old feelings that they had to deal with some years ago. So, it's more to that story. It's more to that story, you guys. Ashley and Michael, I don't give a fuck about their relationship. Remember, I kept on saying that they weren't together anymore, and that now I'm starting to feel like, what, the joke is on us. Now I'm starting to feel like they ain't been having problems at all any of this time anyway. That they've been together through thick and thin, and that they worked together as a team to look like they was having all these problems, so Ashley would have a bona fide storyline, because after all of the drama that they done been through this season, for them to come back on this reunion and just be like, oh, we better than ever, and he's like, I love her, and I'm gonna be there for her, and all of this, and for her to say that she had this miscarriage, so I'm gonna try to be nice to Ashley right now. That she had a miscarriage after she had found out she had been pregnant for 2 weeks, and that brought them back closer together. And I was just like, you guys, I think that we've been duped. I think that Ashley and Michael been fine all this time. Because I don't care how hard you work. When the shit be fucked up for a minute, you be real cautious and you just be like, well, we trying to make it work. Okay, still working on things, but they 100% back into it like that after just a little bit. I'm just like, they tricked us, y'all. As far as this fucked up ass song, I couldn't even bother to learn the words. Something like, in the middle of beginning, something, Judge and Judy, and bit of bed. I'm telling you. I thought we learned that Ashley fucking couldn't sing. Y'all not gonna hoist this damn song on us like it's something good, okay? I sat there and listened to that. I said, what? And they had the nerve to put a video out for it. Child, that shit was a mess. Somebody gonna inbox me, Kenya. One of the rock stars gonna inbox me and say the song was cute. I said, that shit was not cute. Don't be texting me no shit about nothing being cute. Yeah, I had to cool down from Ashley and Michael. And then the final moments, we break out the champagne, and this is when we figure out what everybody has learned. Monique said that she's learned to mind her business, and I was like, I bet you she has. Okay, she probably was not well received this season. Candace says that she's happy that she has a sisterhood with some of these girls, and she's hoping that she will have it with all of them in the future. I said, don't hold your breath. Ashley said that she's learned to be very open and forgiving. I was just like, girl, you just thought of that off the top of your head. Ain't none of that is reflective of the person that you are right now or I ever see you to be. Robin says that maybe she needs to stop being so hard on people and take a step back and address them as the human beings that they are. I said, I got that to see. Giselle tells us that she's, happy with her life, her business and everything. And also thing that she learned is that to never tell anybody who she's dating because bitches on the show will bring his ex on the show. And Karen says that she's learned that tomorrow is not promised and that you need to hold on to your friends and your family because at the end of the day, that's all you have. She left out the word real friends because with friends like this, honey, you don't need enemies. And so they get up and they toast to the champagne. And again, they got that old shady ass Giselle doing the toast. She is still very, very mad at Monique. That is definitely going to carry on into next season. Child, we cheers and toast and then the shit is done. So that is a wrap on season 3 of Real Housewives of Potomac. Alright, you guys, so that is it. Oh my god, my eyelashes. There's one that has flipped around and it is giving me the blues. Okay, I just keep on this hair like this all in my face. I'm having a anyway, you guys. Let me get over here and make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel's for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.